Today I'm at the Marysville Flea Market, 1 hour north of Sacramento, California. This is my first time at this flea market, and I've heard this is the place in my local area to go on Sundays. Let's see firsthand if the rumors are true. We meet some really cool vendors today, and the 49ers versus Lions game was on this same day. We arrived around 8:30 in the morning, and the parking was free and easy to access. Around 10 a.m. the parking lot was full, and 30 to 40 cars we're all looking for spots. So PSA announcement, you got to get here early or you will be stuck in the parking lot looking for spots. I will try and speed up the looking around so you guys can see the footage to see what this flea market has to offer. I'll also slow it down around the areas where I look to source items or talk with vendors so you can see what it is I'm looking for when I'm sourcing here at the flea market. Unfortunately, some of my best audio from today had loud music playing, so I had to cut it out, but I will voice over and talk you through it. You'll see a lot of pants today around the flea market. Majority of the vendors asked about $5 for off-brand pants. $10 was the going average price for Levi's. Some vendors were as high as $20. And I always find the $1 deals for brand name jeans. You're just going to have to watch the video to see what I find in the wild. I always jump onto the racks that are behind booths or items hung up, as the seller usually perceives these as higher value than normal items that they have on their tables or in their boxes. Unfortunately, this part of the flea market was kind of uneventful, and we're just still searching for that right spot to fill our eBay store full of inventory. This is part of the grind of thorough searching, especially when pants are $5 to $10. You never know when you're going to find Jinko, Echo, Kuji, Vintage Levi, etc. at that same price point. Never assume they are priced too high. And I'm not saying these are bad prices. If I was buying a personal pair of jeans, these are wonderful prices to pay for my own jeans. But what I'm coming from is the standpoint of a reseller who needs to at least double or if not triple their money. If you're going to sell on eBay, you really got to have value that's 3 times what you're paying, because after fees you want to double your money. And I try to do 10 times the amount of money. So if I'm paying $5, I'd like to make $50, but I will settle for $30, $35 for a high sell-through rate pair of jeans in my eBay store. Alright, you're going to see me pass up a lot of stuff today. Let me know in the comments if you see anything that you would have picked up, like that Patagonia just there, and put in your eBay store. Just so you get my rule of thumb, I'm trying to find things that are more worth $20 to $35 and put those in my eBay store versus the smaller transactions. Here we found some records. I'm always looking for some records, and oh my god, the Ramones. I mean, I'm super excited to see a Ramones album in the wild. You don't get to see that much punk out there, and this is already a promising start. I will say that once you get deeper into here, there wasn't much else beyond the Ramones. A lot of these are common titles, but it was a little bit heart-stopping to see the Ramones in here, and I'm just like, please be good, please be good. Don't be a bad record. And I think on the bottom of here I find another record that looks pretty decent. I want to say that it wasn't Grandmaster Flash, it was another group. And I had bought it, I've sold that record before, and it does well. So just because you see something cool in the wild doesn't mean it's cool. You got to check its condition. Now start to see here, I'm going to try to show you that this thing is not flat. It is warped. This thing has been out in the sun. I think they played frisbee golf with it. Something is wrong with that record. There's no way that thing will play on a record. So I ended up passing. But I will say that the Depeche Mode, I think, was bad as well. It was really scratched up. The other one was fine, but it was $5 and I wasn't willing. I think I could only get like $10 for it. So it's not worth the sell for me to put in my store. I was so bummed. I wasn't sure if I should grab that record sleeve, just to have the sleeve and sell that by itself. Would you have done that? Anybody who sells records, do you grab the covers even if the record's not so good on the rarer titles? Let me know. Alright, this has to be the theme of this week. In my other thrifting video with the fake Supreme question mark shirt on the cover of the thumb. In that video, I found 2 Cabbage Patch Kids, same type and generation as this one, about 1985, 1983 era. They charged me $2, so I did pick it up. I think I can sell it for $25 to $30. As far as selection and variety go, I think this flea market is really good. You got a little bit of everything, some older stuff, some newer stuff. You got people who are selling things for $1. Some people are at eBay prices, but I would say the majority here have reasonable prices. Definitely a nice change from where I'm used to going. Oh, and what is that in the background? A San Francisco jacket, the day they're playing the Lions. You know they have that on display for a reason, so time to come find out why they have it on display. It's a former champion's jacket.
I took it out of the plastic. It had never been worn.
Can we add 1 year to it?
What?
Will it fit 24 on here?
Yeah, it'll fit 24 on there if you want to.
How much do you want for it?
I want $80.
Okay. I'll have to debate it while I'm.
Yeah, but you don't find them even on the internet.
Yeah. Today's the day to sell it. For sure. Well, that's what I mean. You got to sell it before the game happens, right?
I wish I had better editing skills to point out the arrows to the areas on that jacket where the guy's greasy fingerprints were all over the upper shoulder on the right-hand side. I was on limited budget that day, so an $80 investment for something that flips around $150 wasn't something I was looking for. But it was a nice jacket, and that was the day to sell it. Especially now it's even better because the 49ers are in the Super Bowl, but we didn't know that outcome at the time. So always be looking when you're selling stuff, what's happening in modern events that would up the sell-through of an item that you have, and make sure you have it properly marketed in the right spots, because Super Bowl championship games, any type of gear for those teams playing, it makes total sense to get them out there and get them sold. As you can see, we're kind of walking on some gravelly ground. Every now and again, in Sacramento, I'm usually at a swap meet on Sundays on wet weather days where it's really soggy the last few days. A lot of shoppers that go to this flea market come to the other one. So this is probably note to self that I wouldn't come here on a super wet weekend where it had been raining prior, or it's just going to be a swampy mess. But it was dry enough today to get out, and really did like that. I saw a bunch of people out, were breathing fresh air. Everybody was super nice here. Can't say enough about the quality of vendor here. I think in a few minutes you'll be hearing from one of the vendors. He was really excited to share with the camera. I probably chopped his head off a little too much, so I'll get better at being a video
okay, thank you.
Videographer or whatever we call it, but really cool, super pumped, and hopefully on my next video I'll find him at the Folsom Flea Market in Sacramento, where we'll catch him at his other place and surprise him. Well, I found more records, and I don't know if you noticed I pulled a ZZ Top over to the side. 0 for 1 so far on good records found worth purchasing. The more I digged into this record stack, the more I got worried. I believe these people were out here probably at 3 or 4 in the morning. There was so much moisture and dew on these records that I probably wouldn't normally buy them just because they weren't kept well. If you're going to sell records at a venue like this, put them in a record box, closed from the exposure to the sun and the moisture. I mean, record buyers want their records in pristine condition. Why let them get ruined? You're going to make more money bringing the proper equipment out to a venue like this. I think I have a few of those Jim Croak in my store right now. Mistakes were made. It doesn't sell that well. Records are hard, and there's a lot of people collecting them, so I really do like it, but it's really the rock stuff, Led Zeppelin's that kind of record, that's in the modern stuff that sells super fast, and some hip-hop. But it's really hard to find in the wild, especially for a good price. So I'm checking out that ZZ Top right now, and there's 3 records in here. If you can notice, the first one's not the record. Second one, not the record. I hope the third one's the record. Not the record. None of these were the ZZ Top record in the thing, so no wonder it was still there. What a bummer. Here I found some Disney pins. One was really dirty, so I put it back. If I can source these for about $1, they sell anywhere between $5 and probably $20. So I try to buy them in the $1 to $2 range. When I get back here and talk to the guy, he's selling them for $5, but he wants to sell all 3 together, the 2 buttons and the patch, for $15. He wanted more than his list price for this Levi's jacket. I think he wanted $20 for that when the sign says $5 to $10. Or I would have probably bought it for the $10. Ended up putting the pin back. But note to self, those small items sell really well. They're easy to store. I sell them in small storage containers from the craft store. And I just create an easy numbering system. They might sell a little slower, but they're easy to pick out and ship when they do sell. You'll see me pick up a lot of hats. I'm always looking. I like hats, so putting them in my eBay store is alright for me. I do know that a lot of the hats I pick up don't have a high sell-through, but they do. The more hats I list, the more they sell in my store.
These are 5?
Keep going. Right there.
Where? That's sewn in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's made that way.
Huh? Probably not stuff you really need. How much did you want for it?
$5.
And the bottle.
It's a kid's hat.
Probably not.
Oh.
Oh, $2.
How much on the beanie?
15.
15?
Yo! I'll throw it on. Thank you. Appreciate you.
How much do you want for the Cabbage Patch? 5?
Down there are $2 or 2 for 3.
2 for 3? Thank you.
It was $4.
It might make it worth my time to clean this one.
That's my $5 table.
Good time.
Hey, you turn that quick. I think so, man. 25? All 3 for $5. Protected? Managed to tear a hole in it somehow. I don't know how I did it.
You said $2 if I got one, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Huh.
You got a little blueberry muffins.
Oh yeah? How much is your Carhartt jacket?
40.
40?
Anything in the red table store is $5. It's all $5 items.
Made it easy.
I tried. Isn't it easy?
It's easy for me. There's another seller, another one where he puts the sign that says $5 on his table, $1. It's like
I'm too lazy to make the sign.
I know.
I have the material. I just haven't set it up yet.
How much are your pins?
$5 a piece.
$5 a piece. That's what I sell them for.
Okay.
No hate there.
Oh, hey, am I on camera?
You are if you want to be.
Hi. Uncle Jan's Tool Shed.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome to John's place.
And where are we at? We're at the Marysville Flea Market.
Marysville Flea Market.
All right.
The greatest flea market in the world.
Awesome. It's my first time. I sell at Denios, and I purchase there most of the
I've been
time.
meaning to get to Denals. How's that?
It's good, but I was told, everybody tells me this is better on a Sunday.
Oh, this is
So I'm
fantastic.
coming to find out.
Once I was down in Folsom in Sacramento, I abandoned that altogether
Okay.
and made the trek up here. I did not regret a moment.
Wow. All right.
This is fantastic.
Where do you come from?
Sacramento.
Okay. All right.
So, hey, it's worth the 40-minute journey up here. People like whatever merchandise you have.
What's the price per spot here?
Price is $30 per spot.
Okay. That's not bad. Do you come Saturday, Sunday, or just Sunday?
Just Sunday.
Okay.
Saturday, I am down in Folsom in Sacramento.
Okay.
On my five-stop tour.
Okay. Folsom and Sacramento. All right. That's the one I don't go to that much because it's more expensive for a spot
It's
there.
a little pricey, $40 a spot, and $65 for 2 spots.
Because I usually take 2 spots, but I need every square inch of the spot because I lay it out. Like I buy storage lockers and I come to blow it out, whatever I can't sell on eBay.
So you ever go to Stockton to blow out? It's fair.
No, because I have a full-time job. It's like my side hustle. So
Gotcha.
it limits me in what I can do. So I just started a YouTube channel a month ago, and I'm trying to bring people through that like side hustle with a full-time job journey of reselling. And
Okay. What's your YouTube channel?
Unearthed Treasures.
Unearthed Treasure.
Yeah,
I'll subscribe.
fairly new, but
Hey, one more view.
right, that would be great.
I
Appreciate it.
No problem. Hey,
And I'll probably see you up here. I'll probably come to sell one of these times.
what's your name?
Sean.
Sean. I'm John.
All right, nice to meet you.
Welcome to John's place. I'm John. Uncle Jan's Tool Shed.
And got good prices.
Well, I try to make things move.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Got to keep the inventory moving.
That's my motto. If I can't get the next one unless I move it.
Exactly, right? Like I said, I'm on a 5-day tour, man.
All right.
The faster I move inventory, the quicker I get up other stuff and new stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Good luck today.
Hey, thank you. Nice meeting you.
All right. How you doing? Got the Pokemon. I always hope to find this in the wild, and I never do. Or it's beat up.
I know, you get a thing and be like, bam! Oh, look! 5 tubs of brand new Pokemon cards. Right? You're like, man, that'd be
They put them in their bicycle spokes.
yeah.
Oh.
I know you had your ear over there. I wonder if she's going to tell me the same thing.
How much are the games?
The ones in front are 5. That pile is 20. And then
Each?
I have the
Yeah.
Zelda for 80 right there.
Got it. No, that's a good price. It's a good price. It's just not a reselling price for me. Oh, Zelda, really $80.
Yeah.
Dang.
That goes for like 120 online, and if you have the big box, it
Yeah.
goes for 180.
I haven't done the research on video games because
Oh, yeah,
by the
we-
time I
we
get out
scanned
and
every
hunt for
single
them,
one.
everybody's taking them all. So it's like,
Yeah, we scanned every single one to see what the price ranges were, and so
nice.
that's why we're like, all right, we'll do these for decent, we'll do those for even less.
Yeah,
$1 a piece.
I know I can't give some of these away. Like the sports
Sport
ones. I'm like, please take it.
So
I'll
don't
pay
understand.
you.
I see this one guy, he had to box games. He's like, $5. All it was Madden.
Yeah, I'm sure some poor reseller thought it was a deal.
Well, what do you think? I hope you noticed what I noticed. The vendors here were just really personable and nice to talk to. Many times you come here, and even here, there's vendors who don't make eye contact. They don't try to smile. They're on their phone. It doesn't really encourage you wanting to buy with them. And so if you're also a reseller and you sell at these things, talk to people, like have an experience, have a day, connect with your community. It's not always just about getting a sell, but also just having a good time while you're out there. I mean, a lot of times, you know, when somebody stops, I mean, they're looking to see if they can buy at least something for $1 or something just to support you because they like you. So it's also a good sales technique, but I mean, just be nice and say hi to people, communicate, because you just never know who you're going to run into. And every now and again, somebody stops and you're like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have engaged that one. You just try to find a polite way to disengage, and hopefully a customer needs help on the other side, and you get away from whatever subject you weren't wanting to talk about. But I really enjoyed this whole flea market. There's tons of stuff to look at. There is a lot of common stuff here, but that's all right, and a lot of brand new stuff. This was a young kid selling here. He had really good prices on his Pokemon, $5 and $10, 5 for smalls, 10 for the larges. I'm just not really sourcing plush right now, so I did pass. And then over here, he had some Pokemon VHS. I like to sell VHS, but it doesn't really make me money, so I'm trying to get out of VHS. But if I can bundle and make a lot for $20 or $30, then I'll consider it. I stop here to check the VHS prices. He wanted $20 for that whole lot. I really didn't think I can get but $20 to $30 myself, so it wasn't worth the buy for me. But I hope he did eventually sell it to somebody, because I know Pokemon fans would love that VHS from that era. Lots of produce here, different produce than the one at Denios Swap Meet, so there were some other things I didn't notice there. They got beds, brand new products. I tend to skip past the brand new products. This guy was just coming out. He was unloading. Sometimes it's good to be here during the unload, but I just started looking through and I was like, I'm not going to wait. We'll keep it moving. Trying to get through here as fast as possible. My wife and my youngest are here somewhere off looking around. They were crisscrossing the camera, so I split from them just so I don't have to edit them out all day. But I do like seeing books every now and again, CDs, records, DVDs. I stop and look at those when I can, because I like to sell those in my store. There wasn't a whole lot today, but there were some.
That's digital.
See,
Oh. How much did you want for that?
$30.
$30?
Yeah.
Do you know what year it was made?
68, I think.
68 and it's digital?
Or maybe not. I don't know. I really
Oh.
don't know. I just looked them up and they're going for $200 online.
Gotcha.
So I figured somebody will want it for $30.
Yeah,
Batteries
absolutely.
cost me 10.
Yeah, isn't that always the case?
The gentleman quoted a price of $200 on eBay, and when I searched it up, brand new in the box, never been used before, it might get around $170. There were sales around that. But that phone was in very squalor condition. It looked like it had been stored in a garage with tons of spider webs and all kinds of dirt and muck through it. So I wasn't willing to pick that up, even to clean it up, because I probably could have doubled my money on that. But there were a lot of sales on that phone, and it definitely wasn't made in 1968. You got to watch what you hear at these places, because you ask somebody if something works, doesn't work. They always tell you it works. It was their grandkids. It was their this. Not always true. If you don't plug it in, you got to assume it's broken. The gal in the video was trying to leave, so she was trying to make her prices better. This lady had everything on the table for $1. Made it real easy. If you see a dollar table, always check in the back. Even if they're charging more, they're usually not charging in the same prices. Looked like she came across a pig collection here. Some interesting stuff.
Everything's $1. Everything on the ground, everything on the tables is $1. $1 an item. Everything's $1. $1 an item.
Excuse me, can I pass down? Oh, it's all right. Thank you.
Hey, you know what? Those rakes. Wow. $1 each? Okay. So I'll get 4. Okay. $1 each.
You want 4?
No, I'll get 4 back. I'm saying I'll.
You want 1?
Yeah.
You want 1. You use the word 4.
What's going on with you?
$1. Everything's $1.
You owe me.
Everything on the ground.
Where's my gutter?
They're gone. Somebody bought them.
Remember I paid you already. Apologize for something that. There's no excuse for that.
Because I had 2 of them.
No, it's a gentleman over here with the blowhorn or whatever. Oh, excuse me.
Yes. $1 an item, $1 an item. Everything's $1. $1, everything's $1 here. Everything on the ground, everything on the tables is $1, $1 an item. It's your choice. You choose it, any item for $1. Buck. And you're stuck when it's only $1. Fill your truck when it's only $1. $1, everything's $1. Everything on the tables, everything on the ground is $1. Everything you see is $1. $1 an item. Take a break. I think it's Pepsi time.
That last vendor had all the best $1 sayings. I just wanted to leave the audio in for that because he was definitely going to town trying to bring people to his spot. I will say most of that stuff would look like it had been out in the weather. It was definitely on the cheaper side, but you never know what you're going to find in the middle of boxes like that. So it's still worth a look to go dig and see what you can find. You can really start to see the amount of community that's out versus when I first showed up. So in about an hour and a half, I had a window to be all by myself with just a few other people. And now it looks like church is let out, everybody's coming out, family event. This is well attended, lots of people here, but still things that are desirable are still on the table. So it's not all fully picked through. There's still a chance to sort stuff, but definitely get here early because the early bird does get the worm. There was a green coat here that interested me. I wasn't sure what kind of coat, but it reminded me of like a football team's large parka for the winter. I was hoping it was like a Green Bay Packers, but it wasn't branded, so I left it behind. Lots of pair of pants here. Everybody's selling pants. They ask what size you're looking for. I'm like, looking for any size available. Just need the right price and the right style. But yeah, a lot of them were definitely asking what size I wanted. I get that a lot too, where people are like, those are women's pants, and I'm like, yeah, but they'll look good on me. And they're just so blown away that I would joke with them like that. But and then I explain I'm a reseller and I sell stuff on eBay, whether it's women's or men's, and then they're okay with it. But for a while, they just kind of look at me funny digging in the women's clothes. I get it. If they're not used to resellers, that's something they don't see every day. Yeah, lots of jeans. I went through so many jeans today, looking for just the right thing. I wanted to turn like $1 into $10 every time I spent it. So it's being super picky. But they didn't disappoint. They had so much inventory here. I mean, if you were looking for something, you probably could find it. I skipped a lot of shoes this day. I don't really source shoes. I don't like cleaning shoes, prepping shoes. I don't like issues with shoes. So it's something I probably need to improve upon, but I don't want to deal with fakes. And so until I get better at that, I kind of taking it easy on shoes. And they usually run a higher price, and so I was on a budget as well. But I will buy stuff like Hoka's in the wild because I know a lot about Hoka's is probably my main go-to shoe for myself. So I know enough to be dangerous of what a good pair of Hoka's is or not. Yeah, right here in the middle of the produce area, they had more vendors out here. So sometimes you got to do the work. You got to get down there and dig, and it's at the bottom of the pile. Do what the other resellers aren't doing and dig. You never know what you're going to find. This place had the oddest breakfast burrito. It had like French fries, beans, nacho cheese, and something else, an egg, I think, in their breakfast burrito. So I went with the donuts, but the donut was good. Here's an indoor part. It's mostly new stock. I'm just going quickly through here since it is my first time seeing what they had. They had a couple vendors that sell different kinds of weapons, and if I was a vendor in a place like this, I'd probably be in here just because I don't want to get the weather hitting all my product all the time. This seems like it would be more conducive for that. I'm sure they pay up for it as well. I do finally see some CDs, so I'm over here hoping for just a grand slam of a bunch of rare CDs. I don't really find it, but I was hoping. but it's worth looking through. All it takes is $100 CD to be really stoked and have a great day. Lots of stuff to look through. I'm really looking for old vintage toys when I see toys. We'll slow down the video here because I do end up shopping from this gentleman. As you can see, I'm coming up on some hats.
How much are your hats? $1. Let me see what
¿Las mujeres o las señoras?
Thank you.
There's just tons of stuff to look at here. It's crazy. You get to be tired. It's near the end of the day. But watch, I always come to the back. I always go to the farthest away tables. Vendors have a tendency to put what's most valuable closest to them. So I want to know what they deem as the most valuable that they want to keep an eye on. Because you do get people that pickpocket here. They'll try to distract you. Usually they'll have somebody ask a question while somebody like a child or another adult is stealing on the other side when you're not looking. So you got to kind of be observant if you're a vendor and make sure that people aren't taken from you. Usually the stuff's not high value that I put out, but there's some people who put out eBay store worthy stuff here that's hundreds of dollars. So they have to keep an eye out for their stuff so it doesn't grow legs on them. A lot of jerseys here, nothing super special. I'm trying to hustle a little bit because the game's on later and I want to make sure. It's 10 o'clock right now, you can see on my phone. So I've been here, was that hour and a half? You want to get in, get out, get back to your day. Because not only when I get on, I have to come source it, but then I have to go home, photo list, get that stuff up on eBay as well. Also making videos now is part of my to-do list, so trying to get the sourcing done as much as possible without totally missing a bunch of stuff, because you really do want to look for a big lot of stuff that you can buy bulk to have some backlog. It's just really hard these days. Everybody's got the internet and searching prices, so they definitely go for they up their prices. I personally don't haggle too much, but I will if somebody's totally mispriced their item. But for the most part, I don't haggle. I just move on. I pick out a few hats here. They're looking like I would want them. If they were $2, I would definitely get them. I think they wanted $5 a hat here. Still not a bad price if you're shopping for yourself. It's just I don't want to. I can typically make on eBay around $12 a hat. It seems to be between $8 and $12 seems to be, it flies off the shelf price. So I don't want to pay too much because the fees and everything after that, you don't get a lot of profit. That was a Carhartt hat I put back there. Here I found a pile of Hokas, but the one on top were the best. I was checking the soles, making sure that there was no wear. And they wanted $30 for these. $30 is a good price if you're buying them for yourself. But that's what you can get them on selling on eBay. They sell between $30 and $50 for a used pair. Just check those soles. Hokas are meant to be worn for like 3 months of heavy use. And so the soles dissipate pretty fast. So don't buy a pair of Hokas that the soles are really gone on them, because they don't have much life left in them. checking out these pants. They look like a different quality of fabric or maybe denser denim. Never seen this brand before, so I'm kind of doing my research to see if I want to buy them. Ultimately, I don't end up buying them because I think they wanted a little more than they wanted about the eBay asking price for them. So I just moved on with my day. There was a little spot on the back too. Still haven't bought a ton of stuff yet. Still hunting, hoping I find something worth my trip up here. A lot of days are like this where you don't find much, and then some days you find so much you wish you had more money. So every day is different. You can't treat them the same. You gotta always come and get on the hunt and look through the stuff. I was talking to this gentleman for a while. He's a really good conversation. Unfortunately, there was music playing behind him, so I had to cut the audio. Yeah, he was asking about my camera. A lot of people ask about the camera when they see it. And then we start talking about reselling, and it's always fun to talk to other resellers and sellers at the swap meet. I like hearing how other people do it. Here I'm looking at sealed VHS, the Muppets. Typically for $1 I pick these up. They sealed probably sells between $5 and $8 if you're lucky, but you can definitely get 3 to 5, and some go for more than that, but not really the Muppets. You're not going to get rich on VHS, so I've been trying to stay good and not source VHS unless they're really super rare, but it's hard because I love VHS. The table I'm digging at over here is a $1 table. I didn't know it until I picked up a pair of pants, and he told me that was a $1 table. I was debating this pair of pants because they're in kind of poor condition on the tag. They looked older with like a paper tag in there. So I'm just checking them out. And once he said it was a $1 table, that's a no-brainer. Pick those up. When you sell at the swap meet, you can sell a pair of pants like that for $10 easy. But I can go on eBay and sell it for maybe $25 off $1. So that's a really good turnaround price for the eBay store. It's hard to stay disciplined in reselling, but you got to do it. Don't go and buy everything you see and be the collector or the hoarder of things. Definitely be pickier, put less in your store, find it for lower, sell it for higher. All those things are going to help in the long run because you definitely need to make money in this business to stay in it. And I love this business, but I'm 2 years in and I'm making roughly $2,000 extra cash a month as a side job, and I am only continuing to grow how much I sell per month. But I'm definitely becoming pickier, and I'm learning what sells for higher so that I can make more money per level of effort that I'm doing. Because sometimes you're just sitting there listing all these low dollar items, but there's no sell-through on them either. So you're just volunteering your time to put something that you're later going to have to take to Goodwill down the road. So be picky. And really focus your time on something that's going to make your store some money. We're starting to get to the end rows of the flea market here. There's definitely less and less people, but I always go to every corner, every inch of the swap meet or flea market. Whatever people are not willing to do, I'm willing to do it. But I am still looking for the needle in a haystack here of items. It's such a beautiful day too, and there's a horrible smell here. There must be it felt like driving the I-5 by the cattle. It was just a lot of manure going on, and you're just kind of holding your breath while you walk by. But a really cool swap meet. I'm definitely coming back. I definitely want to sell here and see how the difference is in how much I sell here versus the other area I go. But yeah, lots of newer stuff in this section. Not much to look at here. But I'm leaving all this footage in, so if you've never been to the flea market, you can watch and see and experience what I am for the first time. So I had to drive up here and do it myself, but this footage is for you, where you get to come up and take a sneak peek without having to visit here, so that the next time you do come out for a visit, you know exactly what to expect here at the Marysville Flea Market. But yeah, it gets less and less back here. People tend to stay in the front. You can see it's kind of barren to the left of me. And I'm getting about down to the last rows. But I'm still holding out hope. I gotta finish this aisle, and then there's one aisle that was back to the left of me. That pair of Rock Revival jeans, she wanted $12. That's not a bad price. I just noticed Rock Revival and Miss Me weren't selling as much in my store. Maybe I haven't priced too high, but I'm not trying to add any more of that inventory until my other inventory sells. Oh, and we're getting close to the part where I find some jeans in the wild. So I'm going to slow the video down here, let you listen.
How much are your jeans? $1?
Oh, sí, mira, oh. Este también, ¿verdad? Oh, sí. Como para hacer bombas, yo creo. Sí, es para hacer bombas. Vamos a ver bombas. Es $1.
All right. Got 2 pairs? Thank you so much.
Thank you. You want a bag?
Oh, I got one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So if you didn't recognize the brand of jeans that I found there, one was called AG, Adriano Goldschmied. If you ever see those, look them up. Very good pair of pants. They sell for good money. I usually sell them in the $20 to $30+ range. And the other pair was a Lauren by Ralph Lauren jeans. Primarily, any good women's jeans sell for a minimum of $12, and some even get into the $20 range. So for $1, they're really cool. I definitely go ahead and get them and pick them up. And if you sell the swap meet, you can get more than $1 for them. You can get at least $10 for them at the swap meet. But yeah, I was super stoked to find that $1 a pair. That helps make the trip worthwhile. And I just enjoyed talking to all the vendors. They were all really nice here. But yeah, the music started playing, so it was hard to keep the audio. Alright, what's next? Time to start walking, Sean. Keep it moving. These days get long sometimes, and this is only an hour and a half. I did notice this Ouija board game here. I really stopped sourcing board games unless they're really super rare. I know that Ouija boards have a following, so I'm checking the condition. We have a family friend who likes this stuff, so I text the wife if they wanted this. I think they were selling it for $5. I did not stop and look it up. Just looking for something smaller for my store and not a board game. Even the board games, like the lengths of the boxes with the new volume shipping, it gets really annoying to try to find a box to fit it. And if you mess it up, you definitely end up paying for it in the long run. Because people like to lowball the offers on the board games, so you don't really even make that much or you're waiting a terribly long time for your price. Yeah, everybody asked me about the camera on the backside. They were super interested, and we started talking business stuff. I just didn't save the audio. This vendor here had probably the best selection of the Levi's. Still a good price. I think they were $10 up here on the front. In the back they had $15 to $20 pairs. But I got a really soft, older pair of Levi carpenter jeans from him for $10. I hope to flip them for $30. So I'm going to give my hand at flipping Levi carpenters, and I've sourced them from here. But yeah, I sped this up a little bit just because I know it's been a long video. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. If you stayed with me this far, please help me support the channel by subscribing and liking the video. Leave me a comment, even if it's just to say good job, or you got some feedback for me to improve. Thank you to those who talked about my squeaky chair. I'm sitting on my kitchen chair right now so you don't have squeaks. I'm further away from the mic so you're not hearing maybe as loud a volume as normal. I'm just trying to take all the tips and feedback that you guys are giving me and improve each time I'm doing the video. And let me know, do you want some shorter videos? Do you like these longer ones? I know for somebody who's never been to Marysville Flea Market, this longer one actually might be good as kind of a case study to research coming out here. But I know it's kind of a big ask to watch this much content. But it's really more for you guys if you enjoy this type of content and it being this long. I know sometimes when I'm watching this stuff, because I watch a lot of YouTube content, I'm listing, I'm doing other things, so I don't mind a long video because I have it on in the background. And I'm always listening for the nuggets too that I can learn when I'm watching others' content. And if you're a reseller watching my content that has a YouTube channel, please say your channel in the comments, and I will go watch your video, like your video, subscribe. Definitely want to support other YouTubers that resell and do what I do, and appreciate if you support me as well. And if you've been with me this long, just so you know, I'm probably going to hide nuggets that I'm not going to tell or promise anybody that are in here. But the last vendor I sit here and talk to today is the one you should always find when you're at this flea market, and make sure you see what he's got to offer, because he had great prices, huge selection, and the man is a storage locker buying guru and has hundreds of thousands of items just at his house. He does a local dollar sale. Get to know this vendor. Here he is right now. He had great prices. He wasn't afraid to let things go for a little bit less. And he has more inventory than you can believe, so that he has to turn and burn it to make money. So I sat here and talked to him for a long while. If I was local to up here, I'd want to know him and be at all his sales, and definitely make sure to hit him up. He was charging $30 to $35 for that 49ers jacket that sells for around $80 to $100 online. It had a couple of condition issues. As you know, I wasn't buying up for things today in the higher dollar range because I was on a budget. But he's selling a lot of the sports merchandise at a really good price as well. So definitely come to the back. He was way out here by himself. He was a great conversation. Tons of cool things. This is probably the takeaway of the day, is to come find this guy every time you're here and see what he's got, and make sure you buy up any deals he's got, because he does have the good prices. Alright, that's going to conclude today's video. Always keep grinding, keep researching, have fun, and most importantly, be kind.